Hello, I'm Jackie West. Welcome to Wednesday's edition of the PE Crime Blotter. Laura Whitehurst, a former Redlands teacher who pleaded guilty to having sex with 3 students and having a student's baby, was sentenced to 1 year in jail today. Joining me is reporter John Asbury. John, I understand one of her former students actually spoke in court today. What did he say?
Yeah, he spoke to the court, and this family agreed to a plea agreement of 1 year and 5 years probation, but coming into today's sentence, they disputed that, calling that sentence unjust. They said that she robbed him of his innocence, and she took advantage of him as a student in her classroom.
Now, we did have the opportunity to speak with the defense attorney and the prosecutor about this disputed plea deal. Here's what they had to say.
It seems that they've changed their mind. The prosecutor indicated she met with them and chatted with them. They were okay with it. That's the reason that they were willing, the prosecutor was willing to go through with this. And I would suggest that the statement that the mother read was not written by the mother. It was written by some attorney who intends to file a civil suit and try and get some of the taxpayers' money from the school district in Redlands.
The family was notified about the plea agreement on 2 occasions. We had an occasion where we sat down and met with the family, and then they were contacted and notified of the terms and conditions of the plea agreement. I respect the right to their opinion on things. I respect their right to change opinions and do that publicly.
John, can you tell us a little bit about the 2 other students? Were they involved in this at all?
No, these 2 students, they told the prosecutor that they didn't want to press charges, and they didn't want to be part of the sentencing process. There's also a 4th student who prosecutors didn't file charges on because it was beyond the statute of limitations.
Now, do we know anything about this baby who has custody of the child and whether or not Whitehurst will have visitation rights?
Well, that's still up in the air. The baby right now is in custody of Whitehurst's parents. There's going to be a question of if the boy will eventually have custody. He did file for a paternity test to prove that the child was his. And right now, the Whitehurst is ordered to, as a sex offender, to stay away from any children, but that order could be modified, obviously, when she's a parent.
All right, thanks for joining us, John. Appreciate it. That does it for Wednesday's edition of the PE Crime Blotter. I'm Jackie West. We'll see you tomorrow.